Yes, people, what's happening? Nice one for coming back to the Fuse UK. It's much appreciated. Nice podcast tonight. TIERNEY and CHRISTIE will be joining us very soon. Talk about BKFC London and everything involved with it. Yes, fly me to the moon. Nice one, brother. John Smith, what's happening, mate? Just come on a bit early, just to sort a few things out. What's happening, Dylan? You good, brother? There we are. Can't wait for this event. 20th of August, BKFC London, Wembley. Michael Venom Page, Mike Perry, main card. Gee. Shout Chazza. What's happening, brother? I hope you're good, mate. Chazza will also be on the card. BKFC London. Can't wait to see that one. That won't stay on. There we are. That's better. There we go. Sweet. So yeah, it's a stacked card like Michael Venom Page, Mike Perry, Jamie Cox, Mick Tyrrell, Chazza Simmons, Jake Botswick, obviously CHRISTIE and TIERNEY, Joe Elmore, massive card. Danny and Connor will be joining us very soon. Who's going to the BKFC event? Let us know in the comments if you'll be going. I think the tickets, you can pre-order the tickets now, I think. But I'll confirm that when the lads come on. Fly me to the moon at work. We couldn't miss it. Fly me to the moon. Dylan's be going. Be good to see everyone there, like supporting the boys. Like, I don't think people understand how big this event is. Like, you see massive things around these little, not little, but the fights that happen through YouTube and that, and the excitement that gets brought into it through the build-up and that. We've got proper athletes here we can support from our own ends. Do you know what I mean? Our own country, who are unbelievable fighters, fighting on a major platform worldwide. People need to get into this BKFC. It's one of the most entertaining things you'll ever watch. Whereabouts are you from? Like, Dylan, are you from Birmingham? I see you've got the Birmingham City footy badge on your picture there. There we are. Put that on. That's right, Chazza. It definitely is going to take it to the next level. In my opinion, this is going to be the biggest bare knuckle boxing event ever. Official bare knuckles. Get up there. If you're not early, you're late. That's the one, brother. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing teeny places on the map. Yeah, definitely, mate. He's doing big things for Birmingham, is Connor. Massive things, mate. He's taking this bare knuckle game by storm over America and that on his debut. Unbelievable, man. Boys should be joining us any minute now. Sorry, people, I'm just trying to sort off a couple of banners that I'm putting on the bottom, typing them out. Me and the missus might go, bro. How you going on the day? Yes, I'll probably be going on the day, mate. You should go, bro. It'd be silly to miss it. Do you know what I mean? For the price of a meal deal for the family, whatever it is now, for a big meal deal, for all the trimmings, mate, you're paying 40, 50 bar, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? Price of a ticket, mate. Connor was as cool as a cucumber in New York. Sweep the place up. He definitely did, mate. You couldn't pick a more perfect debut to have. Yes, Danny lad, what's happening, mate? You good?
Yes, brother. How are you?
I'm all good, thank you, mate. How's yourself?
Fine, mate. Just polished off a bit of tea, mate. I've just been watching a bit of movie with my lass upstairs. Howling before me. I went down the river, mate. I went down the river with my lass and we're in the river and having a bit of swim. And like the water was just up to sort of neck height. I was like cuddling my bird, like your bird like wraps her legs around you and that type of thing. Like just sort of cuddling her under the water. And a young lad went by, mate, and went, "Get it shagged." And we've just fun out there. It was one of the little ones from round here, mate. Oh, it was funny. It was funny crack, like I laughed my head off, mate. But listen, mate, things are good.
Are you still on the 5 a.m. start?
Good, go on.
Are you still on the 5 a.m. starts?
Aye, mate. Went down, done like 5 rounds on the bag this morning. I killed myself. I was only in there, say, 20 minutes, had a bit warm up. I had 5 like solid, you know, proper explosive rounds, mate, and come back. That was a bit of a morning off for me.
Yeah.
Tonight I swerved training. I cancelled it properly. Like I told Wayne I wasn't going to make it because, mate, the sun's killed us. You want to see me back? The sun has killed us, mate. Like started getting that prickly heat and that, and I started going cold even though I was in the sun. Yes, Connor.
Yes, lad.
How are you, mate?
I'm the same. I've burnt off work, like being in the fields, mate. It's absolutely
Mate, killed me off. I couldn't do training that tonight. I'm just too hot, man. And I've even started to go cold, like a bit of sunstroke or something. You know what I mean? It's not nice.
I smash the sunbeds daily so I don't get sunstroke.
I know you can tell brown as there. So, boys, BKFC London, August the 20th. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, man.
Go on, Connor.
Go on. I'll let Danny talk because obviously this is Danny's BKFC debut. So, how are you feeling, Dan?
Mate, I feel brilliant. I see a few of the I got a bit of feedback that a few of the lads weren't too pleased. You know that it got put back a month.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, mate, that is what it is, isn't it? And it was one of them things. I just accepted it for what it was. I didn't have any plans out like that, you know. And obviously, I'm on this tag, so not like I was going anywhere. But mate, I've just took my foot off the gas a little bit. You know what I mean? If I start training in 2 weeks, it'll still be enough of a training camp to get in shape. But as it happens, I've been in the gym for about 7 weeks now. So I'm going to take my foot off the little gas a bit, and I'm going to eat some of the foods that I've been missing as well. Do you know what I mean? I've just had a week on the cake and the takeaways, mate, and I liked it. I want more. My weight stopped about the same, so I'm going to have another week off. I'm still going to train, but I'll step on the gas in about 10 days or something. You know what I mean? But mate, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to do some damage, mate, and I'm going to impress, mate. You'll see.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it.
Have you watched much of this? Is it Brazier you pronounce his second name?
Watched a few of his fights, mate. Yeah, I don't want to overstudy him and that. You know what I mean? It would put my head in a twist. I watched 2 of his fights and said, "Yeah, you know, he'll do. I'll check him on." He's done a lot. He's done a lot in the MMA, Bellator, and that.
4 fights
Bellator's a decent level, innit?
Yeah, he was world champion in that Bama, wasn't he?
That's right, mate. Yeah, but like I say, boxing's a different game, mate. You know what I mean? I'm not underestimating him out like that. These MMA lads, they seem to be able to close the distance quickly because, you know, they do fight a little bit further away than your average boxer, you know what I mean? So they can close the distance quite quick. I'm not underestimating him. I'm not looking past him. You know, I'm checking him very seriously indeed. You know, and he can expect the best version of me on that night, you know.
Yeah, class. Because I was putting it out there just then because they're not divvies who were fighting on the show, are they? They're all like proper fighters.
Yeah. Yes, mate. Absolutely.
Is there many people going down from Carlisle?
Mate, I'm gonna sell Jags the tickets, mate. Jags when they come out and when the link goes and that, I've got a mountain of people on standby, mate. So there should be a good team of us going down. You know what I mean? Be good to see, a lot of the Chavers down there, mate. Be good crack.
Class. Is it the press conference this Tuesday? Is that right?
Yeah, been privileged and to be extended an invite, mate. Going down with Connor and a few of the boys, mate. Really looking forward to it. Be good crack.
It'll be a good lot.
It'll be wicked. So the opponent's going to be there as well?
Nah.
Just the English lads.
To be fair, I think what we're going to do is probably stage, because MVP is probably like the star of the show in the UK. It'll be like MVP and a select few of the undercard, which is also like the main card. Well, the main card. And, mate, it's going to be class. Like, we're going to be sitting next to, some of the, one of the best MMA fighters in the country. And we're about to become, like, some of the biggest names in Bareknuckle now. So this is going to be the biggest Bareknuckle event in history, mate. And I promise you now, you're going to see a different animal in me. You're going to see an animal in Danny. You're going to see an animal in Mick Terrell, John Hick, my pals, you know what I mean? Fucking, we're all coming through. Jamie Cox is coming through. This is an insane card, you know what I mean? Same as what Danny said, like, I'm the same now. I'm not dieting because I turn up the last 6 weeks older. So the next 2 weeks, I'll start training a lot more. And then I'll start the dieting on the last 6 weeks and the intense training, and I'll step it up then. But I'm really looking forward to it, man. Like, honestly, this Joe Almore said he bet 10 grand that no one will ever knock him out, and I promise you, I'll take that 10 grand in the first round.
That's mate. You couldn't have picked a better team to go into the BKFC, to be honest. The bunch of lads that we've got going in there, it's just all animals, to be honest.
Yeah.
Quality, man.
I think what's good as well with Danny, and what I'm enjoying, is the fact that Danny's got a lot of always that I've watched, not really looked into BKFC, probably not really watched much bare knuckle fighting, but they go through, all the clout off them street fights and stuff like that. And you're going to bring across, a lot of eyes on that. And the thing is, and what I'll say, this fight is harder than what it's going to be like, if you was to fight like a Decker or something in the ring. And that's not slagging anyone off. That's just because the pressure of having 10, 12,000 fans watching you, and thousands, maybe, if not hundreds of thousands across the world, that's the pressure you bring in. And it's like, right, okay, if I get knocked out here, I'll look like a fucking fool. But if I win, I'll look like a superstar. And if I do it right. Yeah. And this is the thing, the pressure's on now. So Danny's going to feel it. I'm going to feel it. The last 4 or 5 weeks, mate, I've been there so many times now. I get boxing bipolar order. I start having sleepless nights and waking up thinking that I'm going to get beat and stuff, and start training first thing. And it just gets to me. Like, I get obsessed with it. And that's all a speed, mate. And this is the thing now. And I want these fans to see the difference in the levels and the sport when we go in there. And I've seen Danny, obviously. I've seen the Decker Heggie fight. And I watched it again the other day just to see how you would, you know what I mean? You cope, and your boxing was good. You held your own. You took punches well. And I thought, mate, you'll excel in this year, because this BKFC was like for you. I mean, I'm just that little fucking slippery kid who gets away with all, you know what I mean? Not getting it. But I've been boxing a very, very long time. 18 years now. I've been doing it. 18 years. And I'm only 20, so I'm coming into my prime as well.
Yeah. So do you feel a lot comfortable fighting on in the UK than you did on your American debut? I know it's a bit early to tell yet, but in your mind, do you feel a lot more comfortable?
No, because there's more pressure. When I got to America, mate, it's a bonus. I've never been to America in my life. It was a fucking holiday for me. You know what I mean? It was a holiday that I enjoyed, and the pleasure of being in a different country and fighting was unbelievable. But the pressure now of fighting in Wembley in front of my friends, my family, my fans now, is a lot harder, because let's be honest, Joe Almore's not a fucking good boxer. I'll box the head off him, and he knows it. And he's going to give it all the bollocks about, oh yeah, but I'm a boxer, I'd be mate, listen, you're not, because you got fucking hammered by Tom Show for 3 rounds straight. You got battered. And you're going to get that again. But I've just got to be careful now because he can fucking swing a dig.
He has weird angles as well, doesn't he, Joel?
Yeah.
He comes from weird angles.
It's weird angles. He's unorthodox and he's unpredictable and he's fucking dangerous at the end of the day.
But mate, as well as you know, it's the fucking it's the trajectory of his punches. He doesn't throw like orthodox boxing style punches. You've got to be careful for them. Sometimes
I hate it.
It's sort of like a switch to the side and then throws over hands
when you're expecting it to come. And it's just that split second behind, mate, that can catch you out, mate. I know you're not stupid, mate, but just something I picked up on, you know what I mean? It's like you hit it on the head, mate. He's not an orthodox fighter, mate. You know what I mean? It can be tricky.
Someone was like to me the other day, he fucking boxes his ears off. And I was like, listen, that might be the case, but I've got to be like really selective. Like if I hit him with 2 shots, I can't follow it up with another 3 because that's when he just does that swings and he catches, drops me.
Mm-hmm.
And
like that Tom Shaw fight, though, every round, mate, he was getting, but just landing 1 shot, getting the knockdown, and that's what won him the fight, didn't it?
But Tom Shaw got overconfident, right? And he was stepping in with his hands down, and he was standing in the pocket with Joe Armour. You can't do that. And I'm clever enough to do that, mate, because I've been doing it too long. But trust me, like it, and like with Danny, mate, mate, I promise you, the whole event is surreal, man. You walk out, you got fans. Even the ring, bro, because it's circle. Me and Mozzie went down. Fucking, you know, our manager, Mozzie, mate. I went down with Mozzie.
Good spot.
The ring's mad. And, mate.
Isn't it smaller than what you thought? Because it's not actually as... Because everyone thinks the BKFC ring's massive, but you stepped in there, didn't you? And it was little.
No, don't get me wrong. It's big. It's bigger than BKB's like a phone box. It's not for me, that end. There's no skill with the BKB ring because it's just I wanted to get him. Same with BYB. It's a little triangle ring and I just want you to fucking knock fuck out of each other and get a quick win. But BKFC, you can expose some skill and some good fights and you need that distance, man. You need that space because no one's going to run away in that ring. They're going to fight, but you need that space to move off, you know what I mean, and go again. And like I thought on the cameras that it was like 30 foot. I thought it was fucking huge, mate. But when I got in there, I got scared because I love space. I thought, actually, I was going to my I was like, mate, they've got a smaller ring. And I was going, have you got a smaller ring? And he went, nah. He was like, what the fuck was I saying?
Would you prefer a bigger ring, Danny?
Yeah. I'm not a forward fighter, mate. I never have been. I do it in sparring sometimes to sort of test myself, but nah, I stick to what I'm good at, mate. I nudge back, you know, bang, and away. I'll stand and plant. I just like them coming. I like ideal opponents who tear forward, you know, come forward. That's just seem to fight better that way. Do you know what I mean? I've become sometimes boxing other boxers. You know what I mean? It can turn into a bit of a chess match. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, mate. You just got to have a couple of little tricks up your sleeve to try and adjust and adapt on the spin. But ideally, I like it when a fighter comes and tries to take your head off in your face, pocket fighters. I just love it. I love them, a perfect type of opponent. You know what I mean? Brings the best out in us, feel the pressure on us. You know, mate, I'm just looking forward to it, mate. Like I say, the visualization work I do it's nearly on the hour. It's like I must have gone through about 5 million versions of this fight already, and I've won them all. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm so excited I could shit. Do you know what I mean? I've never been through out like this before. It's mint, man.
Manifestation, damn mate, that's all I've done. I remember when the only fight I lost was to a guy called Rico, and I had visions of me losing the fight, and I was intimidated by the fight. I didn't enjoy it, and I lost. And you know, every fight since, mate, I've never pictured a scenario where I've lost. I always knew I'm going to win. And I think when you go with mentality, not with the cockiness and overconfident, when you go in confident enough to know that what you're going to do is going to win you that fight, and just enjoy rather than go in there trying to make a statement, just fucking enjoy myself. When I enjoyed myself, I didn't realise half the stuff I'd done until I watched it back on the highlights. It was mad.
Yeah, that fight, that BKFC fight in the States was the bollocks, mate. You know what I mean? That was a performance and a half. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't have been the performance it was. I don't think it would have been recognised for what it was if you'd have just gone in and slapped that kid all over the place. You know what I mean? You did have your hands full. You were dumped on your ass. I know it was a bit of an off-balance type knockdown, but one way or the other, you were put down.
Oh, no.
And you come back and you done the business, mate. It was fucking class. It was class, mate.
I'll be honest, mate. When he hit me with that right hand, everyone said that. There was all like, "Oh, flash knockdown," and I was like, "Nah, my legs were gone." If you watch that round, I was struggling. Like, you know when he threw me to the floor, and I took a long breather because I was tired. I was like, he's took a lot out of me, man. That right hand, and mate, Jeremiah and you've seen him, and it load, they're like that big, man.
Yeah.
Man hit me, hitting it with a mallet. I was like, fuck. I woke up, I was like, shit. Because it was like a flash. Obviously, you go out. I've had it before in the amateurs. I've been dropped, and you get up, and it's like, you know what's happened, but you don't know what's happened. So I don't remember the shot I got caught with. And I remember the ref starts counting at me, and I'm like, fucking hell. I didn't realise that, and I'm trying to act cool, like, yeah, I'm sound. But inside the back of my head, I'm panicking now. I'm starting to panic because I'm thinking he's going to come at me now and try and fucking do me.
Yeah. Yeah, you showed what you were made of, mate. You know what I mean? You fucking showed what you were made of, made a difference. That's it. That's the difference right there. You know what I mean? You can't fucking buy heart, mate. You can't get it nowhere. You can't learn it either. You've either got it or you're not, mate. And something you've got in abundance, mate. I love watching that fight. Brilliant.
Yeah, it was a good fight, that was.
When you look at the big picture of it as well, just going up with you and two lads, wasn't there? Mozzie and another lad.
Yeah.
Just going over to New York on a plane to have a bare knuckle fight.
Yeah, so basically, he couldn't get visa in time. So my pal George come. I said, George, on holiday, just jump in the corner, and he actually had the AirPods in, and Simon was watching the UK, and it got to like the third round, and like Simon was like fucking 30 or 20 seconds behind on the fight, so he was shouting like jab, and then nobody threw the jab, and George is going jab. So yeah, mate, the whole experience was just crazy though, man. We had such a good time, and you know, to be fair, like no one knows this, and I'll probably like you watched me obviously in that fight, but little does anyone know, I was actually out in America partying the night before. But to be fair, it was expected. I can't, because I didn't actually drink. I'll be honest, man. I had one Jaeger bomb, and
you're in the casinos and that, weren't you?
Yeah, but we went to this town, and there was me, Maz, and George. Right, I was like, fuck it. They were like, yeah. And I said, listen, I'm just gonna drink like lemonade all night. I'd wade in, and I was like, lemonade, mate. It was 2 a.m. We're in a fucking nightclub dancing to like the shittiest music ever. I'm had a Jaeger bomb. I'm like, look that side. It's not the coming down, right? Fuck. Can't get a taxi. There's like two Ubers in the vicinity of about 100 miles, mate. Oh my god, I was panicking. Mozzie's twatted. I've grabbed him. I've gone, I've got a fight. It's 2 a.m. He's gone, what you mean, bro? He's gone, bro. Oh, that, mate. We're fine. I said, nah, mate, get a fucking taxi. Mate, we managed to fight. And he managed to take us back, and the snow was coming down that much. Could have been stranded, you know. But yeah, look, I put that out there, mate, because just goes show, mate, I'm not really a fucking one of them guys, or I'm too much of a party anymore. And I know stops because I'm young still, but no one really knows that, mate. And when I tell them, they're like, as if you fucking done that the night before your most important fight of your life. But you know what? I think it relaxed me.
When you're in Compton,
on you go, bro. Sorry, mate.
Sorry, what you say?
When you're in camp and that, do you just totally stay off the party, or do you still have a little dabble here and there? 6
weeks before. But when I get to 6 weeks, that's it. I'll cut out all the drinking, and that's it. And you won't see me doing anything like that again. I mean, 6 weeks before that, I was at a rave for 2 days. Yeah, it's fucking spangled, mate. 2-day rave. Yeah, I got my ass back in gear. But the thing is, I'm like 3 or 4 weeks before, like now, I was ticking over in the gym. So it weren't like I'd just done nothing and then jumped into the gym. That's exactly what I'll be doing now. The next 2 weeks, I'll do a right hard graft. And then I think I'm going out on the 6th week before anyway. But I'm not going mad. But yeah, it's just the way I am, man. It's just the way I am. And you know, I think people are saying to me like, oh, you got so much to give and you got so much to go. At the end of the day, mate, it's bare knuckle in it, and anything can happen. And I'm not going to blame myself over this and that, because it's one punch at half time. I know my boxing skills will beat everyone at £165, but you can't get it. You can't help it when you get hit sometimes and you get knocked out. Simple as that. fucking granny head like him.
What sort of weight do you walk about at, mate?
I walk out around about in kilos. So I fight at 74 and I walk around about 83, 84, so about 10 kilo more.
Yeah.
So I'm about 80. I'm about 81 now, 82.
I was on to you one. I was gonna get on to you about that loss in the weight and that.
Yeah.
So I walk about with about 86.
Yeah.
I'm fighting at 82, but I'm happy with that, mate. You know what I mean? I don't want to cut too much weight. I want to go in at the weight I'm strong at. I only want to shed a bit of water, mate. I don't want to fucking cost myself any strength. You know what I mean? I need to get in there and fight at the weight that I'm strong at. And 82 kilos perfect for me. I mean, I'll probably walk about 86. Just keep my eye on my diet for the last couple of weeks. Shed that bit of water and that in the last week or so, a couple of days, whatever. And I'll be sound. You know what I mean? But I was a bit worried about it because I ain't have to make weight since the amateurs. You know what I mean? It's been last time I had to make weight. I was 19 years old. You know what I mean? And the unlicensed. I had 11 fights in the unlicensed, and I've never seen a set of skills at any event once. You know what I mean? You just not once. But it was bothering us a little bit to the point where every time I go to my lashes now, which is 3-4 times a week, I'm on the scales, keeping an eye on it. But it's one of them, mate. I've got a couple of takeaway menus in there, and I've still got loads of stuff to buy off there this week. Do you know what I mean?
You want some advice, mate? Bin the scales because I did. Because I got obsessed, mate. I was eating, then going away, and I was panicking every day, mate. Mad. Get rid. Every morning, mate, weighing myself. I've lost half a pound. It's not good enough. And you're not dieting and starving myself. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Killed myself, man.
Yeah.
Do you find it hard to lose weight like Danny, or have you got like a fast metabolism? Because I know I can keep the abs in that. Mate, I can keep in like good visible shape with abs and a lot, mate, just stuff like cake and parmos, gatos. I'll eat a sleeve of Twixes on a night with a cup of tea, a sleeve. You know what I mean? Then I'll take a sleeve of Twix, sleeve of Kit Kats to move with my bait and that. Probably spend about 20 quid on junk food, shite and that. I eat a load of fruit and veg in that as well, but I just eat like a massive takeaways and like I love all my cake and that. And I'm just one of them, mate. I'm a bit of a greedy cunt. You know what I mean? I eat a lot of food. Not many people can believe the amount of food that I put away.
Mate, you just like fucking out. I buy food for the week here from Aldi, and then every night I'm like, fuck it, should we get a KFC? Fuck it, should we get a Chinese?
Yeah. Well, she tested.
Did you go to your cake shop and get your phone?
She put like a plate on. She'll put like a big plate on, like you won't eat all that. You know what I mean? I'm like, you watch this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go on.
Don't challenge me.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Yeah.
What other fights, boys, is looking forward to for the BKFC London?
To watch?
Yeah.
Go on.
I know they're all good fights, but
Mickey, part of the stable, the man. I want to see Mick get a win because, what he went out to America and he done with Arnold, and whatever happened in that now, at the end of the day, he's got to put that behind him and he's got to get a win now, and he knows that, and there's a lot of pressure, and obviously, Mozzie said, you've seen obviously what they think of the UK lads when they come through. They want, Dave, I spoke to Dave. Dave wants us to succeed because he wants BKFC to boom in England. He wants to take over. And I've got a good mate, John Ick. Me and him have grown up together. He's had the same sort of amateur fights. He's 3-0 in BKB. And he'll be fighting Ellie Shepherd, who's a good lad. That'll be a brilliant fight, mate. John's good. He beat Azzy Thomas on 3 days' notice. The lad had 2 points of Guinness on the morning and 10 pack of eggs and went and beat him. Mate, he's a fucking warrior. I love him all.
Was that in the BKB that was for?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I'll have to check that fight. I don't think I've seen that one.
You'll enjoy that. I'll pass you that one on. He's a good lad, mate. Really good. I'll spar him now, Dan. He's, 10 kilo lighter than me? Mate, the geezer still levers me. Does my obviously when I'm boxing, mate, I won't let him get near me. But when I stand and I get tired, he's a little animal, mate.
Yeah.
Shout Chazza Simmons in the comments. Shepherd is a friend and a good fighter. Hope you're well, Chazza, bro.
Yes, Chazza.
Chazza fighting on the night. Looking forward to his fight as well.
Yeah, Chazza on the card. You got Jamie Cox. You got another. On there now, fucking that's it. Chris Fishgold versus Jake Boswick. That's going to be a good.
Jake Boswick as well, yeah.
Yes, mate.
He loves a row, that Boswick, man, and Fishgold does too. So I'll be interested to see that.
Yeah, he's British as well, Boswick as well, and I know he lives in America, but he's from London, isn't he?
Yeah. What's interesting about the whole card is just the match, the 50-50. It's like, and I'm not going to use this to slag other companies off, but I've seen another company, like, that's not long ago, and they have like 3 or 4 50-50 fights, yeah. And then the rest are like fucking last minute standings against a lad who's just had an 8-week camp. And it just ain't right. Do you know what I mean? You're watching like, and you watch these lads, and they go in, and they take a clip on the jaw, and then they take a knee, and they wait for their 18 count, and they fucking walk off. And it's like, and then they got the audacity to go on Facebook and class themselves as a professional bare-knuckle fighter. No, you fucking ain't, mate. You need to grow up, you fucking clown. Because if I see people doing that right and walking out and then classing themselves after, oh yeah, I'm a bare-knuckle fighter, but you took a fucking little shot to the chin and you didn't like it and took a knee and waited to get out of it, mate. Bollocks.
Mate, I was on about this yesterday. Talking to my pal, who can go, you know what I mean, my sparring partner.
Yeah.
And I think, and a little bit of experience with that, Mozzie might have told you, I had three lads pull out on us, you know what I mean? And that, and what I'm about to say, you know what I mean? I think there's like there's a portion of people out there that just want to tell people they're a bare-knuckle fighter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's whatever it comes with this, this title, you know what I mean? I'm a bare-knuckle fighter.
The persona that, like,
exactly, mate. It comes with like a status, you know what I mean? But there's a fucking, I want to do it for the right reasons, mate. I'm doing it for me, you know what I mean? I know what I've got. I know what I've got to offer, mate. Even a 37-year-old, mate, I know what I've got left on the table, mate. And
yeah,
there'll be no excuses. If I get laid flat in 10 seconds, mate, I'll never make an excuse because I'm doing the graft in the gym, you know what I mean? I know what I've got inside, you know what I mean? I know what I've got to offer. And I'll go right down to the final straw every single time, mate. And, I'll never say uncle. As long as I can get back on my feet and continue fighting, that's exactly what I'll do.
Yeah. Well, to
me, there's a difference, mate.
That, like, exactly what you say, like, there's a lot, like, the thing is now for everyone watching, me and Danny are really big names in our own ways. So Danny's done it not in a ring, in front of a crowd or sanction. He's done it, behind closed doors, but everyone got to see it. And then I've had to go and fucking do it in front of everyone. And now, like, Danny's coming over to this side and he's getting to experience it. But, you've showed everyone you've got the minerals. You've showed everyone you're not a fucking fool. You're there because you want to win. You're there because you can handle yourself. You can fight. You're a scrapper. You're a tough bloke. And then I've done exactly the come through the 7 fights because I just want to win all the time. Do you know what I mean? I've not come here to make the numbers up. I've not come here to lose. But you get a lot of UK fighters. Well, there's some other fighters elsewhere, but you get a lot of fighters on certain shows that I won't say. They'll come in and they'll take like a body shot or a right hand to the chin and they'll fuck off and take the 18 count right. And then they'll have the audacity to post that they're a bare knuckle fighter and they want to fight X and Y and Z. And it's just like, mate, no. Yeah. Go and earn stripes, right? And then come back and say what you've done because until then, you earn no respect off me.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, mate.
Definitely. But I wanted to say as well, there's a lot of speculation as well about a couple of companies saying that they don't want to deal with managers. So I just want everyone to know out there, right? Yeah, that you do need to have a manager in this game because promoters, matchmakers, at the end of the day, they're in it for the pockets. They're in it to make the show look good. They are there because they do want you to do well if they want you to do well. But at the same time, they're there to make money and they're there to make the show. So you have a manager, right, who's going to give you a fair purse, who's going to treat and just make you hassle free. Like with me and us, Bloodsport, Danny's under it now. When you look at his stable, Darren, Danny, me, Mickey, there's 4 fucking really good lads there. And the reason he does it, he doesn't go out of his way to get put pocket because people have asked him, can you manage me? And he goes, no. I only do what I can cope with. But there's a lot of managers out there at the moment that are just taking absolutely everyone to take 10, 20% off everyone. Do you know what I mean? Not to put in any work, to get a contract across the line, get it signed, and do fuck all for them. And then when they fight, go, right, you owe me 20%. You need a manager who, like, Mozzie rings me every day, mate. We speak to each other every day. He does, and he's how you doing? Right.
Sound Mozzie.
What saying?
All right,
Been fishing, lad. I've seen that big fish.
Yeah, mate, it's cool.
Yeah, that's what you want, man. You just want someone to pick up the phone, because you don't know how I'm gonna feel. Me and Danny, Mickey, you know, Darren, we'll all go through camps and we'll all be like fucking stressed, and he'll ring up and he'll like, "You're right." Ah, yeah, you know, just feeling a bit shit. How yeah, you know what, mate? Chill out, have a rest, have a breather. And that's what you want, you know, and that's where he goes over the line where a lot of managers sit back and won't go that far. It's like you'll get a phone call to check in how you're getting on. Sold any tickets? You got any sponsors? Like, do you know what I mean? Where Mozzie's fucking on the case, and I'm not just bringing him up to everyone because, like, I get on with him. Like, he's sorted me out, and I signed over to him because I had bad management before. And when I did, mate, we got the ball rolling and we got a fight. And it took about 6 months. And then when I got with Mozzie, it took about a month and we got a fight. So, you know, like I say, like any promoters out there telling you that they don't need a manager, it's a load of bollocks, mate. You need a manager because, trust me, they'll lowball you and try and outsell you.
Of course you do, mate. On that note, mate, I got a few offers. Well, two previous offers, and I was unsure, mate. Right, because I thought after that last fight, and I hadn't fought for years and years. And after that fight, I thought I was sat about getting off my nut. And I was kind of thinking to myself, this is over for me. You know what I mean? I thought, I'm 37, I've got a high mileage body, you know what I mean? I've had 30 fights, hard fights and all, a lot of hard fights, you know what I mean? A lot of injuries. And just thinking to myself, the window's closed. It's over. It's game over. And then I got into recovery, started getting my act together, started getting this new lease of, like, energy, you know what I mean? Clarity and vision, direction and motivation up the fucking wazoo, you know what I mean? Motivation, getting up at 5 o'clock on a daily basis and going training. And I just thought, nah, I want another crack at it. Last roll of the dice, you know what I mean? And I want something decent. So the two people that I spoke to, I was like, nah, I'm not interested. Didn't feel right. There was no chemistry on the phone. Mozzie got in touch with us. As soon as I spoke to him on the phone, mate, the energy was there. You know what I mean? The energy was there, mate. And it wasn't like, you know, like kind of like, you know, punting us or, you know, bigging us up. But it was just telling us how it was, mate. And I could see it was like, you know what I mean? A proper Manchester in the area. You know what I mean? Like a proper Sam Sharper. And I got on with him well. The chemistry was there. I said, right, you know, he drove up when he was going to see his last at Newcastle. He took us for a Nando's and that. Yeah. And I was just like, man, I was like, this is the man for me. Do you know what I mean? I like him a lot. Just a relatable chap, just like one of the boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
plenty of knowledge in the game and all the contacts. So I was like, yeah, sign me up, mate. That was it. Deal done. Massive shout out to the Bloodsport affiliate out of Manchester. You know, big up Mozzie, man. He's a proper geezer, man. Good man.
Because you say about the Manc accent, mate. Every time the missus rings, like, we have a conversation. No, I would say we're ringing that the missus obviously like listens to the conversations to get off the phone, and I'll just start talking Manc. I'm like, yeah, oh, you Manc.
He's been in the game a long time, hasn't he, Mozzie? He's been doing Bareknuckle longer than a lot of people probably know.
With you, B-Bad, before they turned over to BKB with Sweeney and that. So, you know, been behind the scenes, he knows how it works, and that's what you need. You just need someone who knows the ropes. You get a lot of managers who've not even had any fucking affiliation in the sport, and they just come jumping in and they start saying, "Oh yeah, well, I'll manage you and get this and I get you that," and you just think, you know, like Danny said, mate, you have to click with them. You have to know. You have to trust them. You need to be on the same. The thing is, with Maz, like, he doesn't bullshit you to make you think that you have to trust him. He just be real with you, and that's what you need.
Yeah, tells you how it is, mate. And like I say, he'll ring me up. He won't even talk boxing. He won't talk BKB. You know, just wants to know how your day was. Just wants to know how you are. You know, ring me if you need me. You know, the fella's sound, man. He's up there, man. He's a proper charver, man. You know what I mean? I like him a lot. He's a proper charver.
You should ask him in New York, man. It was hilarious. Every 2 minutes, I'd walk in the hotel room and go, You fucking mug. He'd be like, you what? Who are you talking to?
He told us one or two tales, mate. He told us one or two tales. I won't disclose. I won't disclose what he told us. Put it that way.
Yeah, he's fucking sound, mate. He's a lad, and that's what you need.
Yes, mate.
Someone's asked what your record is, Connor. It's
I've had 7 fights, 6 wins, 1 loss. I won 2 fights in one night. I've won a world title for another company, and 3 knockouts. Not too bad.
Sorry,
too bad at all, mate. Not too shabby at all.
This is what I mean as well, like the BKFC and the bit like Bareknuckle in general. It's a bit like MMA. You don't get undefeated fighters. You don't get fighters who just go through like glove boxing, like the likes of and get you. But in this game, it's a dangerous game, and everyone's dangerous. Even the people who are not dangerous can be dangerous because it just takes one punch, mate, bone on bone.
The numbers of dangerous people in Bareknuckle. You know what I mean? They're too great. The numbers are too great for you to run an undefeated streak up. You know what I mean? There's too many killers, mate, and it's like I say, when your knuckles are flying through the air at that sort of speed, mate, they're like blades. You know what I mean? They can do some serious damage, and it doesn't take a lot. It take one decent crack. You know what I mean? Can change the whole fight, like it can in any boxing, in any fight. But I think even more so in the Bareknuckle, because it's just fucking deadly, mate. It's like it's got to be the most primal fucking form of unarmed combat. You know what I mean? It has to be.
Yeah.
It's for the fucking. It's for the people with real balls, not projectory pretend balls. You know what I mean? The type that are real. You know what I mean? The heart that's real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Yeah. To be fair, mate, I ain't got big balls because my missus always said, you got tiny balls, you have. But literally, I think I've got big balls, mate, but in reality, mate, they're like 2 little olives. So
yeah. As long as your metaphorical balls are off the scale, mate, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the metaphorical ones, mate, but the physical, good.
Someone's asked how many fights you're looking to have in obviously left, Danny, in the BKFC.
Well,
how many fights you think left in you, they're asking.
At my age, mate, like I say, hindsight's a wonderful thing. I would have loved to have gone into this game 10 years ago, but then, in reality, 10 years ago, this sport wasn't what it is now. You know what I mean? It's onto new professionalism, you know what I mean? It's onto big levels, big arenas, big outfits, big platforms like the BKFC, So, shoulda, woulda, coulda, motherfucker. But the time now is now. You know what I mean? I'm 37-year-old. It's the last roll of the dice. I want to, ideally, I mean, with my vision, and the motivation I've got left and what I've got left to offer, I want to be in like title contention after 2-3 fights. You know what I mean? I said there to Mozzie, I literally would fight any man in skin. Do you know what I mean? I'm desperate to know, where I stand with these boys. Do you know what I mean? I want to know what I can do with these boys. You know what I mean? I want to test myself. You know what I mean? I'm not bothered about who I face. I want to know what I can do with these boys at 37-year-old. And let's just say I have a long, troublesome night, with Brazier, and let's just say it doesn't go my way. Then I might have to be scratching my head thinking, is this really for me? How much further can I go in this? You know what I mean? We're all entitled to a bad night, but, at 37-year-old, mate, this is the last roll of the dice. This is do or die. This is me putting everything on the line. And like I say, in any fight with anybody, I'll go right down to the very final straw. You know what I mean? No matter what's coming my way, I will get up and continue to fight, and I'll try and figure out a way to win. And if I can't do that, I maybe have to scratch my head and wonder how far I want to go. But 2-3 years, injury dependent, however many fights I can squeeze into that time. I don't still want to be rolling about in my 40s and that, mate. You know what I mean? I've got plans, mate. You know what I mean? I've got plans. I've got a family and that, and I've got 5 beautiful kids who I adore. You know what I mean? I don't want to be somebody's punch bag. You know what I mean? So if I can't compete with these boys at a decent level, mate, I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Do you want to give us an insight, Dan, to what your daily life is like, trying to fit it around the actual getting into this sport now and having your first fight? What do you have to deal with? I mean, work life, kids, family life, like what?
Yeah, I work 50 hours a week, 7 till 5 on the scaffold, mate, which is hard work, especially today in that sun, mate. It was like a workout, just walking a bit of gear about. But my tag's restricted as a little bit because I have to be in at 7 o'clock at night. But on a morning, religiously, I'll be up and out of bed and ready, and I'll be stood like, you know, Usain Bolt behind the front door, waiting for that stroke of 5 o'clock, so I'm legally allowed to leave the house. You know what I mean? I'll drive down the gym. I'll always do something every morning, whether it's, if I don't go to the gym, I'll go and do a few miles. Every morning I'll do something before work. I won't eat my breakfast till I come back. Come back, have myself a bit of porridge. I've got my Bible, I've got my promise box. I do my prayers, my meditation, my just for today, keep in touch with the program, you know what I mean? Part of being a recovering addict, you know what I mean? I've got to keep connected to the program, and you know, the power of one recovering addict helping another is unparalleled. You know what I mean? I've got to keep in contact with that stuff and with contact with other recovering addicts. You know what I mean? Because it's too easy for me to pick up, and I'm not the type of person who can have a pint. You know, as soon as that stuff touches my lips, mate, I'm annihilating my savings. The police are looking for me. I'm taxing people. You know what I mean? I'm going crazy, mate, and I can't do it no more. So I stick to the program, keep my head straight. You know, and about 80-90% of the day, I've got a mindset beyond my wildest dreams. You know what I mean? I've got inner peace. The outside things don't bother me no more. Even idiots on the road rage, and that stuff that I used to love and probably coerce people into. I used to love jumping out with a red light, making discoing with somebody. So I've lost count of the amount of times I've done it. Don't behave like that no more. Keep me in the game. I go to work. I come back. If I'm lucky enough to get an hour away early, I'll do more training. You know, if I'm not doing the pads and sparring on a night, I'm running. I'm just keeping myself active. You know what I mean? And I know how to train, mate. I boxed. You know, I've been in boxing a long time. You know what I mean? When you're dossing and you just want to be a dosser, you can go down the gym. You can hit the bag with a 1-2 left hook, and you can feel the sweat coming on. So what do? You take a break. You have a little walk. You're not doing the proper rounds. You know, only us as people know how much work we're putting in. It's all right putting little clips up of this and little clips up of that, mate. That doesn't help you in there. Do you know what I mean? You need to be savage. You need to have a savage, demon-like approach to your training. You know what I mean? Which is, and I know when to step it up and I know when to step it down. At the minute, I'm stepping it down, and in about 10 days, you know, I'll pick that savagery back up again, and I'll empty myself in the gym. You know what I mean? Absolutely empty myself, because it's the only way you're going to bring your heart rate down, and it's the only way you're going to get, you know, gas in the tank and rounds in the bank. So I know what to do. I know how to do it. I would like a few more hours in the day, but it's one of them. Yeah. Mate, it's surprising, you know, what you can do and how much hours you can squeeze in when you really want something. You know what I mean? And I really want this for real. So I make time. You know what I mean? It's why I'm up at the crack of dawn. That's why I'm only coming in a minute or two before 7 o'clock, because I'm making use of all the hours I've got. I'll get my little motivational Rocky soundtrack that I've got, and I'll just sit and do planks. I'll just do planks and sit-ups and that, and doss about, a little pad workout like what I used to do in jail, a few bits, a few bats. And I know when to step it off as well. Do you know what I mean? I know what I'm doing, mate. Like I say, I know what I'm doing. But just about having a savage, you know, relentless, demon-like approach to your training. You know what I mean? It's the only thing what's going to work in there, in the ring. It's the only thing what gets you there.
It's what clicks it, isn't it?
And I think that comes with, you know, every time I've knew that I wasn't prepared, or I've knew that I've cut corners and I've dossed about and I've been a dosser, mate, I pay in the ring. I pay every time. You know what I mean? The best approach for me when I'm doing the ring walk and I'm approaching the ring and I'm getting in between them ropes, mate, I'm certain I'm going to win every time when I've put the effort in the gym. That's when you've got no doubts. You're 100% of yourself. So whatever happens. It's out your hands. You know what I mean? If you lose to the better man, so be it. But if you only go in at 70% of yourself and you lose to the better man, then you've disgraced yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because you know you could have done more. And that's not a position I'm willing to put myself in at the minute. You know what I mean? Everything's getting 100%. You know, and I think that's going to show on fight night. You know what I mean? Because I'm not tip-tapping about looking for points victories. You know what I mean? I'm going to be setting traps and trying to punch him into the front row.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Punch him into ring zone.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know anything about the? I know you can pre-order the tickets. Is that right? Because a lot of people are asking for tickets.
Yeah. So we will have to. Me and Danny are both going to have paper tickets. So Danny's fans come through Danny, message Danny, we'll send them over to you. My people that want to, you know, my fans, anyone that wants to get tickets through me, just drop me a message on my Instagram. or Facebook if you've got me on there, mate. And you know, like I say, I can sort you out. And they're going to be cheaper. The paper tickets from me and Danny are going to be cheaper than the online and pre-sale. So, you know, don't look at the pre-sale tickets now because, to be fair, you might have a heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
What price actually are they?
Sorry?
What price are they actually at the pre-sales?
Well, let's just say that the ring size 680 quid.
680?
Yeah.
Is that for ringside though? That's not too bad, to be honest, mate.
The minimum price for the ticket went 55, so like 70. So
yeah. There's a good range though, isn't there? You know what I mean? When you look at the floor plan and that, which will all come out before long, you know what I mean? When you look at the floor plan and that, Connor will have seen it. There's a good range of tickets, you know what I mean? It takes you, like it says, from like 50, 55 quid, you know, and it takes you right up to the best part of 700 quid, you know what I mean? There's a fucking stadium fight, mate, you know what I mean? There's 1,001 places to sit.
All the seating's in good view of the ring and that as well, innit?
Yeah.
Thing is, right, you're not just staring, like you went doing like a semicircle sort of ring, and in like a semicircle audience staring at a ring, you all around the ring. It's like a proper boxing. It's like that's not proper, but it's like you've got the whole stadium, the arena. So, mate, when you think, I went and watched the boxing for Sky Sports there the other day with the missus, who took her last week, just to get a feel for it, mate. It's surreal. Like, we're gonna really enjoy it. It's gonna be unbelievable. Like, I can't wait for it. I can't. It's gonna be mental, man.
You know the
go on, bro.
Sorry?
The BKFC's ring.
Yeah.
The ropes aren't springy, are they?
The steel, man.
Steel.
The steel with a foam coating, and when you hit them, mate, it's like, how can I explain this, right? So say you've got like a metal bar with a piece of do you know the pipe lagging, the 15 mil. Imagine like you've got a solid metal bar and you bounce off the metal bar, but you feel it in your back, you feel it dig. That's what it's.
But like a scaff tube with a foam round it on the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly what it'll be like.
Yeah, it comes. And I watched them set it up, and it comes as a ring. Well, they piece it together and then they drop it in ring by ring. It's weird, man. It's just solid, but like obviously it's what they like. You know what I mean? BKFC, mate. Just the whole everything about it, the circle ring. It's got brutal, mate. It's nasty in there. It's fucking exciting. I can't wait. I just want to see blood. I want to see teeth coming out. I want to see Joe Almore's fucking eye hanging out his socket. He licks his blood and he gives it all that like, I licks all his blood, mate. Listen, I'll do a little fury on him like, I'll do that.
See, I'm not even fully familiar with the entirety of the rule set. You know what I mean? It's like hitting and holding, and that's cool, isn't it? You know what I mean? And I need to have a little look at it. Do you know what I mean? Because boys, what is it? Yeah. Just I've seen them hitting and holding and that, which is cool. Do you know what I mean? And
you're like
one of them. I need to have a proper look at the rule set just to brush myself up on it. You know what I mean? Just so I don't end up making a divvy myself on the night doing something I shouldn't be doing or whatever. Because it's fucking rough, mate. Yeah.
It's where the MMA lads have got like basically the advantage on in the clinch, innit?
To be fair, mate, I'll be honest. Like you say, the MMA lads have got advantage in the clinch.
No, that's what the people say. Yeah,
but they can only do one arm clinch. That's all it is because they're brawlers and they do inside fighting and boxers don't. But when you watch me against Jeremiah, I had him round the back of the head loads of times and I was uppercutting him. Only because I learned that off the streets, mate. I fought on the fucking streets, you know what I mean? So I'm not just a classy boxer. I can have it off as well. I could have a ruck. And I think they all like see me as a fancy, classy boxer. Like, they can't handle the clinch, these boxers. They can't handle the clinch. But, mate, he grabbed me in the clinch a couple of times and uppercut me and that, but I got out of it. We've got ways to get out of the clinch. We've got ways to put them in the clinch. At the end of the day, they can fucking speculate all they want, but, you know, all I'm going to see is lefts and rights and hooks going straight down the pipe and hitting Almore in the face. So, you know, that's what he just needs. He just needs some fucking stitches and that he's going to have after because he's got skin like fucking wet tissue.
Someone's asked, how does Connor and Dan like to wrap their hands? Be good to know. Just wrists and thumb.
You're not allowed to cover the knuckle anyway, mate.
Totally. Wrap it right. They wrap you up to here and they wrap you tight, right, with a bandage. And they'll wrap you up to here and it'll come up to the knuckle here. So the knuckle's exposed. And what they'll do then is they'll put a tape and they'll tape right up to here, and the tape, basically the wraps are in place, and then what the tape does then is the tape sort of secures the metal carpals on the wrist, because what they say is it's like you're liable to sort of get a broken finger or a broken knuckle, but when you get a broken wrist, it's like your career could be over. A wrist break's career ending, whereas a finger or a knuckle, not. I mean, look, if you look at that, look, then if you can see there, that's like my knuckles destroyed there. My metal carpal's gone. Like there's a proper hand, and there's my deformed hand there. That's fucked. But that's what I mean. Like they're repairable. Like they repair themselves. But when your wrist go like Joe Kawasaki and that, mate, you struggle for the rest of your life when your wrist goes. So they there. Like I seen someone put the other day, it's still not bare knuckle because they wrap up to the wrist, and it's like, mate, we've got to protect our wrists and metal carpals. You want to see us? You want to pay money to watch this sport? You want to pay money to watch your favourite fighter fight again? Then you need to fucking make sure that the fucking wrists and metal carpals are secure, because it's no good.
Definitely.
What your hands like, Danny? I know you've had a bit of jip in the past with your hands, haven't you?
Terrible, mate. Terrible, but it's one of them. I've started using this stuff, this radial bone liniment, what they put on the grey horses and they put on the greyhounds and the race horses for broken bones. Like, strengthens your hands up a lot. And see, for a long time, I couldn't. My right hand was bad for a long time. And even when I was, you know, your brain won't, when your hand's sore, your brain won't let you sit down on it. It won't let you use it, especially in the gym. When you know you've got a sore hand, you're not gonna. Even no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you want to, you're not able in the gym unless you're in a fight and the adrenaline's flowing. That's something different. But when you're training and you're cracking bags and you've got sore hands, you know your body and your brain won't let you put full twist and put everything into it because you know you're sore. Since I've started using this bone liniment, mate, I'm sitting down again on the right hand. You know what I mean? I'm using it to its full effect. It feels good. They are sore in the morning. Look, I've got to do little exercises to get them going. You know what I mean? My hands probably belong on like a 70-year-old ex-boxer. But it's surprising the pain you can endure when you really want something. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's only a couple of years left of this, and I'm not prepared to let this window close without giving it me all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Quality. I tell you what, lads, it's going to be a fucking amazing event. The pay-per-view. What's the crack with the pay-per-view as well? People are asking.
Pay-per-view, right? Me and Danny will have links. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know if Sky or anyone's going to pick it up. But if not, and it's on the BKFC app, then it's like £5 a month. If that, like £4.50, I think. So
you get all the pay-per-views, don't you?
Obviously, Lou, we know, don't we? Because we subscribe. But when you refer the pay-per-view link, I think there's a little bit extra, and you get the. Me and Danny will get some obviously revenue off that. So if you want to obviously support us, because we're putting it on the line for you guys. At the end of the day, we're going out there to to make a show and like fly the fucking United Kingdom flag. When because at the end of the day, I don't know, Danny, your guy's not British, is he?
He's from London,
he's British, mate. My boy's British now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm fighting a fellow Brit. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't too pleased about it. You know what I mean? I wanted one of these Yanks, me. And I had an Italian. I had some Italian fella.
That's what I thought you had.
Angelini or Angelino. Yeah, that's who I thought. I had this Italian lad, and I was like, "Oh, sound this. I'm going to get to smash up someone from away." And then they said I was fighting another Brit. But listen, I had 3 opponents pull out. This was the 4th one, and this was before the show got postponed. So we were looking at what, we were like, mate, the window was closing to get an opponent. You know what I mean? The lad's game. The lad wanted it, mate. So I'll take him on. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. It's,
mate, it's
opponent's an opponent, mate. I'm not approaching it in a nice kind of way because he's my neighbour. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a fight, mate, and I'm going to win. Yeah,
of course, mate, of course. That all I'm going to say is like, it doesn't matter if they're English, Scottish, Welsh, Irish, fucking American, whatever it is, mate. They can,
it doesn't matter what way. It's in my way. You know what I mean? He's a man that's in my way.
And to be fair, mate, I've done it in the UK now. I've smashed 5, 6 other guys. I've had to do it, and I had to come through. But I finally got to do it. An American that I'll really take me out off because he's a good friend now, Jeremiah Riggs. He's a very tough guy, and he's a fucking humble, genuine, hard bastard that I respect. But And the same goes for Joe. As much as I can, I create a storm and a whirlwind before the fight, I have to. But after the fight, mate, I respect them. You know what I mean? And win or lose, like, I just can't wait to fucking have that friendship then after to say, no, me and you knocked heads. It's going to be good.
It isn't that just the irony of combat sports? You know what I mean? You lay it all on the line. You go down the final straw, and let's not a tickling contest. You're really trying to punch holes in each other, and when the final bell goes, or when someone's picked up off the floor, or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean, and you can stay in touch and you can maintain a relationship and retain maximum respect for each other due to what you've put each other through. Mate, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the foundation for a really good fucking friendship, actually.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot more respect in Bareknuckle, doesn't there? Like the other combat sports, there's a lot more respect in it, and the fighters have a lot of love for each other after the fight.
Yeah.
You don't see as much. I mean, it's there. You know what I mean? It's good to have flamboyant and charismatic fighters, but you don't see as much shit talking. Do you know what I mean? It's not as much like when you see these top MMA fighters and top even pro boxers for that matter. You know what I mean? They seem to have an awful lot to say about each other pre-fight. That's all fair and well if you're going to beat every man that's in front of you. But it's not much of a dangerous game, mate. You can't afford to make yourself look like a clown, going personal and going too deep on your man. You know what I mean? Because chances are, mate, you could get starched out, mate. So you've got to remember that and show some respect beforehand. You know what I mean? You can be mates afterwards, try and kill each other in the meantime and see where it goes.
Yeah. I do think it'd be good though. It's like the BKFC started the press conferences and the fighters can have a little back and forth with each other and stuff like that.
Wrong, mate. Everyone knows what I do, and everyone knows that I'm good with the gift of the gab and all that. So obviously, when Joe's sitting on the table, I am going to wind him up, and I'm probably more well because I've got a lot to say about the pair of them. So when I get older than Mike and I'll start talking, they'll start trying to turn it off. I'll be like Atman McGregor. This is my Mike. Nobody's turning. But pull out order because I'm an entertainer. You know what I mean? I see myself as an entertainer and as a showman as much as I'm a fighter, and I market myself and promote myself really well. And that's because that when you look at the position I am now and how many people know of me, that's because of the way I've marketed myself and how I promoted myself. So when it comes to that press conference, beyond closed doors, me and Joe know, there's a respect there. But in front of that camera, I don't care, mate. I will tell him. I'll say, listen here, you fat neck. I'm going to fucking spark you. And it gets up. But we know deep down how it goes. And, sometimes you can add too much pressure and you have to ease off. You have to, with me, I use it in a bit of a comical way to make people laugh. But you get some people that go deep and emotionally, and then it adds too much pressure. And sometimes then throwing the game plan out the window, then it becomes too emotional. And I've had that before. I fought for that world title, mate, and it was an emotional fight with two lads that hated each other, me and my other opponent, and I threw my game plan out the window, and I just didn't box. I boxed shit, and I don't want to do that again. I want to enjoy every fight and win every fight, so that's what I plan.
Definitely. Who do you think's going to win out with Elvin Barreto and Louis Palomino for the 165-pound title?
I'd like to say Palomino, but Brito has improved. So I don't know. It's a difficult fight, man. All I'm going to say is, if the pair of them are watching it now, you're both 155ers, and when I fucking beat Joe, your time's coming. You better get them belts ready for me.
I mean, they're coming up in weight, aren't they? And you were coming down, so it's like two weight classes, really.
Yeah. So we'll see. Listen, they're both good lads, and they've both done well. And they've both done well to be champion in this game, because BKFC doesn't hand out world titles. There's other companies out there, mate, that's handing out titles left, right, and centre. But this game, mate, you have to work your way up to get them titles. And the reason I'll probably get it on my third fight is because of what I've done in my past in the UK, and that's the fight I want next. If when I come through and I beat Joe, and it's going to be a tough fight, and I can't say how it's going to end. I just know that I'm going to win. And when everyone goes, you're going to knock him out, you're going to box his head off, I'm just going to fucking win. I'm going to do what I've got to do to win. So, yeah, I'd like to fight whoever wins their bouts. Whoever wins their bouts, and that's the fight next to this. Showing that money, baby. I'm 27.
27, mate. Still got fucking youth on your side, mate. You know what I mean? That's all right. That's
this is the thing.
Right, mate.
guys like Palomino and Brito and this is not an age thing because there's a lot. The BKFC is very popular for like the 35 plus bracket.
Yeah.
But what a lot of people don't, what a lot of fighters don't have, is young, slick amateur, ex-amateur fighters that are fucking coming into their prime in their early 20s, mid-20s. And you don't get that. And I've got to use that now. Coming in with the prime of my life and coming into the top world class, the elite, ready for titles. I've got to use the youth against these guys who are a little bit over the hill and they've had long MMA careers, because them long careers, mate, they take a lot on your body. They do a lot of damage. And 5'2", okay, it doesn't show it, but when you're in there with someone like a young person like me, these guys like Palomino and Brito, they'll feel it different to the others because they haven't fought anyone like me. I'm unique in that sense. And that's not me being a big arsey cocky prick. That's me stating facts. Like Danny said, like young, you got the youth, I got the prime. I'm coming into my prime. These fighters now that they're just living off a little bit of a legacy now in Bareknuckle because they had probably an MMA career that didn't go anywhere, and now they found somewhere where they can go. And because there's no one like young and up and coming in the game like young talent, it's a game where if you finish your MMA career, your boxing career, you could probably hold your feet a bit and hold some belts. And that's what I want to do now. I just want to go up and I just want to start fucking beating these sort of people and taking their belts. And I want people to, and more for me now, fighting is for people in 2 years to time to turn around and go, remember that kind of TIERNEY? He's fucking one of the best he was. One of the best I've ever seen. I've never seen anyone fight like in Bareknuckle. Took it apart.
Yeah.
So that is more 3-year plan now, to
Good
dominate.
Yeah.
There's a lot of young people coming over with it now, and I think that'll only get bigger after the show. There was an 18-year-old fighting on the BKFC the other night.
And then you've had Ellie Shepherd. He's about 22 or 23, I think. He's Gatti. He's 24, 25. There's probably a couple of handfuls maybe of young fighters, but there aren't many. There's a lot of that, like Jeremiah Riggs, I think he was 39, 40. Joe Armour's 39. Brito's 37, I think.
Palomino must be near 40 now, is he?
Yeah, he's near 40. And this is what I've got to do now. I use the youth and use it against them.
That's it. I want these lads. Listen, I'm not looking past this brazier, you know what I mean? And I can't afford to do it, and I'm not foolish enough to do it.
Yeah.
But when I lay this kid out, you know what I mean? I want the best fights possible, simply because I haven't got the time scale. I haven't got, a long career in front of us. I want to know where I stand with the best of these lads. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want to be skirting around the issue and skirting around and taking this fight and taking that fight for the wage. You know what I mean? I want to know how I want to stand with these best lads. You know what I mean? So it's onwards and upwards. I want to get this lad out the way, and when I get him out the way, I want the best possible opponent. You know what I mean? And I want to put a show on where, these top opponents will be looking saying, tell you what, that'd be a good fight. You can give me that. It's worth getting in the ring with me. You know what I mean? That's the sort of performance I want to be putting on. I don't want to be tip-tapping my way to a decision and that. You know what I mean? I want to be, exploding onto this BKB scene like an atom bomb. And I want to be, I want the best lads out there. Do you know what I mean? I've only got 2 years left in the game. I want the best lads. I'm not skirting about looking for mediocre opponents. I want the best of the best lads. This is a test for myself to see what I've got left. And I think I'm going to surprise a few people, mate. You'll see.
Yeah.
Who's the champion in your weight, Danny? Is it Hunt?
What is he? What are you, Dan?
Light heavy.
185, isn't it?
Light heavy, mate. Yeah, 82 kilo.
Lorenzo Hunt.
I'll get a little look at him when I get off.
He's good, but he's beatable.
Yeah. He's been beat before, hasn't he?
He's been beat before. Yeah. I mean, everyone gets beat.
It's different in Bareknuckle. It's not like boxing, is it? The records, it's totally different, man.
That's right. No, to be fair, Danny, I'd like to see you fight like a Boswick or something next. I would. Yeah, like whoever wins out the Boswick Fish Gold, or maybe like that. Do you know, like that Ulo Diaz?
Yeah,
Uli Diaz.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not slagging Uli off, but I don't think he's actually that great. I just think he's got a bang on him. Technically, he's not a fighter. I think from watching you're a better fighter than him. Technically, a lot better. So so I think with a fighter like that, you hold your own and you give it to him, mate. I think you're pulling it on him, you could stop him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think,
mate,
I think
listen,
more
big
lads can go
things,
out
mate.
there.
Big things coming, like I say. Can't fucking wait, boys. Like I say, the excitement's just oozing out of us, mate. Like, I'm trying to keep the smile off my face, mate. The whole event, I have to bring myself back down to earth sometimes, you know what I mean? Because I've got to be very, you know, I've got to be honest, but I'm very privileged, you know what I mean? And I'm very proud, and I feel graced, you know what I mean, to be given an opportunity like this on the platform and the enormity that it's going to be operating on. Just a beautiful thing at my age, you know what I mean? I'm taking it with, you know, I'm taking it by the horns, mate. And sometimes just got to check myself, you know what I mean? And, you know, remind myself how far I've come, you know what I mean? In the same breath, I've got to give myself some credit for the position I'm in. You know what I mean? It didn't happen by chance. So, you know, thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, listen, lads, I'm going to go. I've got my bird upstairs, and I've got to go and do God's work before I get my head down, you know what I mean? So I'll let you go for now, boys. It's been an absolute pleasure, mate, and I mean that, right? Good night and God bless, right? Pleasure speaking to you both, right? Ta-ra for now, boys. Night.
See you later, mate. Ta-ra.
Great.
Someone just there, brother. Do you feel like someone can call themselves world champion without fighting in other promotions? Like Conor will have two in two different organisations soon.
It all depends on the opponent, mate. It all depends on the opponent, and you have to just get to where. In reality, no, I'm probably not a legitimate world champion in Bareknuckle. I won one, but I'm not a legitimate champion until I go do it in BKFC now, because when I'll go fight, I've crossed against another promotion to go and beat the champion of another promotion. That now earns me the right. I know that Poddy will want to go, you know, my friend Daniel Podmore, who's just won the world title against Mickle. He'll want to fight Tony Lopez from BYB. He beats Tony Lopez, you know, then he'll fucking that's going to cement him there as a genuine, legitimate world champion. I'm not saying he is, because he's exactly the same as me, but deep down we know, like, you go make them fights happen, and no one can take that away from you. There's people that still say to me, "Oh, you won a world title though against a British lad," which is true, you know. Part of the company. It's just like a white collar title, isn't it? Really, you can make up a world title and anyone can fight for it. So to go across the BKFC now, where the levels are a lot higher,
fighters from all over the world.
Yeah, that's it, mate. So for me now, I think this is it now. I think this is where I can cement myself as being a fully blown, fledged world champion in Bareknuckle.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Every time I think of the event, man, I fucking get them nervousy feeling in your stomach, thinking how good it's going to be.
Yeah, man. I still don't think it's real. It's probably because I'm still drinking cans of Recorder League soda and stuff. But
fighting no, mate, co-main event under fucking Michael Venom Page, and that, bro, it must be fucking a good feeling, mate.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, I don't know if it's going to make co-main now. I think I don't know what's announced, but there's a women's fight before. I think I'm feature third.
Oh, is that happening now?
Yeah, I think it is. So it's not been announced, but it will do. I think so.
Still low, mate. Fucking hell, still massive, innit?
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. It's like surreal, in it. So, but look, I'm just glad that we've got a load of UK. It's showing the UK. The banter's going to be brilliant. The press Tuesday with Feldman, Morgan. I mean, mate, I'm going to be sitting on a table next to Michael Venom Page, for fuck's sake, like, you know what I mean? I'm going to be looking across, thinking, pinching myself. Like, I'm not an MMA fan, but I know of him. I know him really well, and I just think, like, he's a superstar over here in the MMA. So it's just going in the right places, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, mate. But fucking hell, now we're in 15 minutes we've been on. But is there anything else you want to fucking tell the people, bro?
Yeah, I just out there, everyone who wants to support me, myself, Danny, Mickey, you know, all the UK lads, you know, whether they're fighting each other, you know, we all put a lot of work into this, and you know, we all put 110%. And I can't wait to fucking fight. I can't wait to bring the win back. And, you know, listen, if you wanna get tickets from me, let me know. You know, I'm gonna start releasing some more signed photos. I'm releasing some merchandise really soon as well. I've got some t-shirts coming over starting next week that I'll start releasing, which are like proper nice ones as well. So listen, you know, a big shout out to Andrew Bakewell for doing a lot of the matchmaking on this card. You know, Bakewell grafted his arse off, mate. You know, he runs BFBA, which is another fucking class regulated bare-knuckle boxing association. And, you know, he's done so well to put this card together for BKFC. He's the man behind the scenes right now doing all the work to get this card over the line. And you know, it's just got to take you out after him, and also take me off to you, Lou, as well. You know what I mean? You've been putting the interviews, you've been giving us the exposure. You know, and everyone appreciates.
Appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much. Big up Bloodsport as well, affiliates. Al Mozzie. But I really appreciate you coming on, brother, as always. And we'll stay in touch, mate, and do something close. But I'll be there on Tuesday, so I'll see you there, mate.
All right then, bro. All right, see you in a bit, mate. All right.
Thank you very much, Connor. See you later, mate.
Sure. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra, mate. Whoa, fucking hell. Really appreciate everyone tuning in there. Massively appreciated. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, it'd be mint if you could do that now. And obviously, we've got them events at the bottom there. Big FBA in Sheffield on the 30th of July and BKFC London at Wembley Arena on the 20th of August. Don't forget to book them into your diaries, people. A wicked night of entertainment with top athletes. Really appreciate you coming in, peeps. Hope you have a blessed evening. Good night, God bless.